She's the energy behind feminism, okay? Feminism is so I did this video about a month ago discussing the Lilith energy. And I wanted to come back and revisit it because it's very important that we get something clear about the Lilith energy. So currently, you're seeing the results of a heavy amount of Lilith energy right now. The amount of young ladies who are on a vengeful path is very evident, especially after the wake of the election results. And if you didn't know, Lilith is a very dark energy. She's a demoness, so she resides in the dark side of the woman. She is meant to enact vengeance on men. And she does that in various ways. One of those ways is to be a seductive person or woman. She will seduce a man into kind of a trance or a trap, and she will either destroy him mentally by being everything that man desires and making sure he always knows he can't have her, or she will do kind of a Jezebel like spirit and control and manipulate his mind so that she can actually yield the power she wanted to yield in the first place. Um, and there's other, types of methods of, using seduction in order to control or destroy men. So that's the energy behind Lilith. And Lilith being kind of the energy behind feminism, she also, if you study her, you will find out that she was labeled as a demon who used to unalive children. So that further connects it to the feminist women's rights movement who are upset about abortion and women's rights. So all of that to say, the reason why young ladies are finding it hard to find a mate or a husband or any kind of permanent love right now is because they are absorbing this dark energy, which is sending them on a path of destruction and vengeance. Love is an energy of light. It's an energy of God. It's an energy that requires things that people would label good. Vengeance is a dark energy. It's not, it's the opposite of love. It's not one that allows for love to hang around it. So once you take on the path or energy of Lilith, you are now taking on the dark energy of the woman. And so there it's going to be difficult for you to connect with the energy of love while dabbling in that space. So some people are getting there unintentionally. So some people are seeking out the Lilith energy intentionally because they've been hurt in some way by a man and they really want revenge on men. So they have tapped into that energy and they're fine staying in that space. You will see women like that who kind of recruit other women to join them. They will kind of have like the same persona of this intellectual woman who is very astute or self mastered. She sees herself as very wise and equal to a man, and she will kind of talk down to women and make them feel incompetent or stupid for not being on their level. And those type of women are Lilith are women who have tapped into Lilith energy and they basically have said no other man will ever hurt them and they're not going to allow any man to ever have them. So they have taken on this path of vengeance. And then they kind of recruit other young girls or women to come and follow their methods and teachings to learn how to um, seduce men and punish men for the things that they have done. I understand how empowering that must feel, and why it's so alluring to join or follow women that teach this type of curriculum. So I want to caution against it, because once you go down that path of vengeance, you're basically saying you do not want love anymore. You don't want a husband. You don't want a family. You have left that side of yourself alone. And a lot of the people who end up joining these curriculums in the beginning, they actually weren't that angry with the men. They might have got hurt, and sure, they might want to punish one guy who hurt them, but they're not in the motive. They don't want any kind of love. They're not bitter. They're not upset to that level of seeking, vengeance for the rest of their life. But a lot of them get pulled into that energy, and then once you get pulled in, you can become that, because that energy, dark magic, can quickly consume. It's a very hot energy, it's very fiery, so it can consume you, and thus end up destroying the individual who was not ready for that life at all. And those who are not really equipped to handle that kind of dark energy, it will consume you much faster than the person who is recruiting you, because that person, may be a bit, because their mindset had already went so dark, they were already in a space to be able to handle that Lilith energy long term. You may not have been that in that space, but you've gone on ahead because they made everything sound so alluring and enticing, as a seductress would. You went on ahead and jumped on the bandwagon and thought it was a good idea because you were mad in the moment. So, why am I sharing all of this? This is a PSA or public service announcement to let you know to be careful and to really think about what it is that you want. If you really want a husband, and sure, maybe you got hurt, or you want to see a guy, somebody who did you dirty, get their karma. I understand that, but don't don't let one little small incident take you down a path of vengeance, which is a lifelong commitment. And you now turn into this woman who ends up destroying her life because she went down, listening to other people who got them in a vulnerable moment and made them throw their whole hopes and dreams of having a family and love and all this away. There is a way to find your match. There's a way to get your the man of your dreams after you've had failed attempts. You just got to find the right method for you that works. I am here to give you the spiritual side of how you can find your match out here. And if you'd like to know more, you're more than welcome to inbox me and set up a consultation, and we can discuss how I can assist you with your matchmaking or love quest. All right, thank you, and I hope this message reaches you in love and with urgency, because it is dire out here. The young ladies are out here angry at men and wanting to take all men out, and I'm here to tell you that that Lilith energy is nothing to play with. It will destroy you. It will it will destroy the man, but it will destroy you too. So please, talk to me, ask questions. If you want more info about this, let me know, and I'll be glad to make more videos. Ashe.